This is going to be real fast and hard, but I want you guys to get it. This is the process. I know you can't see it, so I'm going to say it loud. It's the process of getting someone started in the business, and there's a lot of gaps in here. So those that have been around for a minute, I really want you to understand this process exactly, because I'm not happy with the way they've been doing it either. And so I want you guys to learn this process, and if I say it enough times and go over it enough times, then it's going to be retained for the right people who are going to actually apply the business properly. Once you have somebody that has made a decision, so you want to write down step number 1 is finding people, obviously, that know how to make a decision. Everybody got that part, yes?
Yes.
From the time they make a decision and they see the opportunity, you should be having a 24-hour meeting with them within 24 hours, sitting down with them. Because within that 24 hours, there's too many things that can happen. I call them spiritual vampires. It's the spook that's set outside the door. Too many things that can suck the life out of them. Now, we tell a person when they first look at the opportunity not to talk to anybody about the business, because we know as soon as they talk to somebody, they're excited, they've seen the opportunity, they're going to go and talk to somebody. It could be their husband, their wife, whoever it is, but they're going to look like they're in a cult because they're so excited about something they can't explain. Ultimately, they're going to actually talk about it to the degree that the person's going to ask them a question that they can't answer. And if that happens, then they're going to say, after you make some money, let me know about it. Now, that's going to be your best response if you get that. Ultimately, if you have what I call the spiritual vampires, they're going to try and suck the life out of you and tell you why you shouldn't do it and talk you out of it. Is everybody understanding that conversation? Which is why you always, through the entire journey of growing through a business, want to understand less is best. The fewer words you say, the more money you'll always make. Does that make sense? If you listen, people will tell you all the reasons why they should get into business. But because so many people are trying to sell them on getting into business, they never get a chance to hear why they should get into business and sell them out of the business. Does that make sense? Everybody follow me on that so far? Are you guys with me?
Yeah.
This 24-hour meeting is critical. Preferably, you want to have it in person. Okay? If you can't have it in person, then you need to do it on the phone. If you need help doing that, you need to do that. But the key to making money, the money lives in 2 areas. The fortune lives in the follow-up, and it lives in the details. No matter what business you do, as I teach this around the world, that's where all the money lives and where people lose. It's the details and in the follow-up. It's easy to get somebody excited. It's not easy to get a person to understand how it's going to work in their life. Because people are already busy. Even if they just sit on the couch, they're busy doing nothing. Does that make sense to everybody? Okay? That one-on-one meeting is critical. You'll notice I have qualifications up here next to the one-on-one meeting because you need to learn discernment. 80% of the people that you get started in the business, you should get qualified within the first 24 hours. There's about 10 to 20% that you should get qualified within the first 3 days. Is everybody with me on that so far? Stick with me. I'm going somewhere with this. 10% should get qualified within 24 hours. I'm sorry, 90% should get qualified in the first 24 hours. There's 10 to 20% that should get qualified in the first 3 days. Qualifications, what does that mean? That means that you help the person get qualified with 3 services through internal consumption, which means hopefully, if I'm sponsoring Daniel, he has 1, 2, or 3 of the services that I offer in my arsenal of products and services so that he can see how the products and services work through internal consumption. Every now and then I'm going to come across someone like Mikey, who's 18, 19 years old, who does not pay his bills and doesn't have a warm market that, he's not responsible for his bills. Therefore, he has to go and find 3 people. You'd be amazed the psychology of a person who, if they don't believe they can get qualified, they don't believe they can do it. Well, if you open up a restaurant and you're the only one that's consuming your products in your restaurant, you aren't going to be in business for long. So you might as well learn how to get outside of yourself anyway. Is everybody following me on that so far? And if you don't have 3 people that will do a favor for you, then you got bigger problems than ACN. You don't need an opportunity, you need Jesus. Is everybody with me on that so far? So in this right here, the reason why I say qualifications down here within 3 days, because this process right here is about 3 days. And I'm going to go through this process. Now, in your one-on-one meeting, when you're sitting down with people, the first thing you should be doing is getting them into the system, with or without money. You should be getting them their business assistant so that they understand the back office and how it works. That's where all the products, all the services, everything is, and you can see how your portable business, internet business from any beach can work. Is everybody with me on that so far? Yeah.